Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I spent a lot of last night actually working on some other minor things. But I mean, I don't know if they'll come up, but I made new alerts. Well, mostly new alerts. I still need to finish setting up some of them, but I do have them largely set up. Anyways, I already do have an idea of what I do want to work on, and it's a character that I've loosely been messing with. I have it up on side view on my own, on my phone. But at least for now, the goal is just get some fancy art of a character I've had and only really used, I think, like once. Yeah, and also technically getting used to a new pen since I finally replaced the nib on my old one since it was more or less really busted, and I think most of these settings are from when it was way less sensitive. Was it more sensitive to pressure? Probably more. Anyways, I finally decided to do that thing where you thumbnail out the idea so that it doesn't look like hot garbage when you actually put it out on a piece of paper. Well, digital paper, that is. But, hey, you work with what you can get. You know what? And, I wasn't kidding when I said I wasn't kidding when I said that I'd only done this a few times, just a second. I'm still figuring out some audio issues. I more or less set this mic up, essentially, what's it called? I keep forgetting the word. I'm using the inbuilt laptop mic. I don't know how else to deal with it. I live in a house with other people. Actually, I'm going to be going back to a roommate. Well, allegedly I'm going to be getting a roommate. I'm still working. I don't know if it's because my camera and mic and inbuilt webcam are potato, but I work with what I have. What I do know is that hopefully I will eventually be moving on to working with other... what's it called? How do I make this look nerdy? Oh wow, that is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Hey. I guess that's just a sign that I've... question mark improved? I'm gonna make these... what I'm trying to do right now is just make thumbnails. Now, let's see. But I do know I will probably be going for roughly 2 hours since I do want to, what's it called? What? Should I do it where I just... Probably because I only have a very loose concept of this character idea that I've just never really thought about the pose, only the design, even though a big part of design is posing. All I know is that she's going to be probably shorter than I am. This is an OC I made for as a technically minor character in another roleplay, I want to say 2 years ago? I mean... Oh wait, I can't pull that up. It would dox me. And by dox me, I mean it has my face in it. Because I actually have taken selfies recently enough to where they would show up if I were to dig around for the sketch to pull up in reference. But, what I can say is that, and another thing I'm participating in has its own little event thing going on. Anyways, I hope any of you out there have had a pretty good Christmas, holiday season, whatever you choose to celebrate, even if it's Hanukkah or something. But, sorry if I'm not particularly chatty. I just probably have a lot on my mind because I've been trying to... I probably just need to spend some time, what's it called, goofing on my own to see what a game engine is capable of and probably stumble into a funny game mechanic that I can use to actually make something. That feels way too... The waist feels way too tiny, and I'm already not liking that one. Why the heck does it feel so big? Okay, I'm going to... I mean, then again, I guess the problem I'm having with this character is that she's more laid back, so... I guess maybe I can lean more into that. I don't know how to fix this. Gosh dang it. I feel like I've just forgotten how I draw bodies, even though I have multiple recordings of me just drawing them. Why does that always feel so stilted? I know this is supposed to be a short character, but I feel like I'm just not getting the proportions correct at all. I don't know, maybe I've just been playing too many RPG action-inspired games that I've just forgotten how to draw normal people. I mean, like, then again, most of my characters were originally designed around the, if anyone's ever heard of it, Danganronpa concept of the ultimate. Basically, you take one thing and congratulations. Not only is that a significant portion of your personality, but that is also your main job now. Or at least it will be for the rest of your life before you inevitably get cut down too soon by circumstance. And by circumstance, I mean it's a game where the goal is to have a bunch of people, well, not have a great time. Hey, you know what? That's why you're supposed to have things up like references. Gosh dang it, I closed OBS. Why? I'm trying to pull things up, not close things. I think like the main reason though why I never really figured much out about this character is because they were essentially designed as a child character first, and then I never figured out much beyond what they have in terms of he has in terms of skill. So personality wise, there's just none. I do have a semi-living document of most of my characters where I've just been exploring their Enneagram types. But, water. Where on earth is Google Doc? Why can I not find anything? Wait. Did I accidentally mute something? Is that why I'm not hearing any music? Oh, there we go. Oh, now I just feel my laptop trying to cook itself alive. Oh yeah, another news. Last night I was able to figure out why OBS stopped working on Windows. Apparently it was because of how I set up it to run on my, what's it called? I think at some point or another I set up some kind of, power saving mode, and that is what ultimately broke it, because part of that setting was just like, it could no longer... I needed to set it to do basically run on the same CPU everything else was, and for some reason it decided to use the low power one, and it was just trying, for some reason it just could not figure out how to use NVIDIA. It could no longer figure out how to use the NVIDIA processor and the Intel processor at the same anymore, so I just gave up on that. But hey, at least I know I can play other games on that if I really wanted to. I noticed that one thing I probably definitely do need to get better at is thumbnailing. But right now, I'm just trying to come up with a bunch of skeletons to at least have an idea of where I kind of think personality-wise this character is. And because the way I kind of see this character, a bit more on the skittish, I guess, side. Isn't even the correct term? Or am I thinking of shy? All I know is that right now my legs are cold, and I don't know how warm it is. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be at least 80 degrees out, but still cold. Well, I know that earlier today, though, I was out getting groceries, and I think I spent like an entire hour just like trying to find one thing, even though, and I'm pretty sure I walked past it like 3 times, because I did not realize I was staring right at it. Also, probably didn't help that, there were a bunch of boxes in front of it, so I just did not know that, the chicken patties I was looking for were right there. I mean, I also needed to pick up makeup wipes for someone else in my family, but I saw the ones that we'd originally put on our grocery list. I was like, they say they're out. I was told, you know what, just get store brand if that's all you can find, and I found store brand. I have no idea what the difference is. All I know is that I have no concept of what it means to be a woman by normal standards. I think I actually kind of like that one, or at least this one. I'm gonna make sure I have the right selection tool selected, and I'm gonna copy that. Anyways, on to slightly more complicated matters, such as making the brush bigger. I curve upwards. I think I curve like that. There we go. I think I would have liked that to be a little thicker, but I think it works for now. Regardless, the next thing I do, at least when drawing limbs, is just connect the elbows and to the hands and the knees to the ankles. Because I feel like just having that loosely outlined helps a lot with just connecting everything else later. No, it's just... this that, is a bit more difficult. Connect that, and I guess I don't have to connect the, other side of the leg, because that's already connected. Although, you know what I should have done? I probably should have checked and see if it was still balanced before I threw all over this. Because otherwise it just gets harder to correct. Anyways, let's see if doing this thing makes me realize how awful it looks. That is awful. Where's Liquefy? I need to fix this. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to do all sorts of different surgeries to fix this. Like that, I'm going to not move. Go away, you're not helping me move this properly. Move that here. Maybe I might need to actually just straight up warp it. Okay, I think that works. Not that though. And I'm probably going to bring out a little bit more. Like move the entire arm more like that, and then reconnect it. Though I don't think there's much I can do about how lopsided it feels, because that was just me drawing a head rather quickly. I guess I could do that a little to rectify some of it. I don't know why, but it still feels off balance. I mean, it feels a little less off balance, but it still feels off balance. And I don't know if it's just a me thing or something else. Fudge. Could I raise this and more? Would that fix it? Okay, maybe not that high. Maybe a little more like there. I think that works a little better. Alright. Flip this back around. Like clear. Oh, I don't think that knee got rebent enough to indicate that it was, where's the... Alright. Drag you out. Vaguely like that. Move that a little to also... that looks like garbage. What? There. Problem solved. Oh, now I know why it feels so short. The head does not equal... No, that still doesn't work. I think I'm just gonna have to work with it as is, because that's like the closest I think I'm going to get. Nah. What's the chin look so... I keep forgetting the sketch I can afford to be messy. There. I think the thing I really need to go back to relearning is just hands in general. I cannot tell if that hand was meant to be facing more out enough or down enough. Oh, it was meant to. The thumb is coming out from around here. Why are thumbs always a nightmare to draw? Why are we cursed with hands? Why do I have a reference in front of my face and it still doesn't work properly? There we go. I think that fixes it. Okay, I think that's about as good as that iteration is going to get, because now it's time to just get tighter. Often tighter, or is it just smaller pen stroke size? I probably should have drawn in the face or something instead of just... Oh, I know why I can't find what I was looking for. No, I have too many accounts and I'm trying to pull up something I never opened on my phone. There we go, I found it. Well, I don't think I ever decided on eye shape, so I'm just going to be throwing something. There, those are some eyebrows. I think that works. I don't think that small is quite correct. Oh, something smaller. trying to rotate, not draw. That was my finger. Actually, just drawing the shoulders made me think of a funny little thing that happened where I accidentally, when I was trying to draw a friend, I drew them with just like incredibly, what she described as incredibly big shoulders. And we live in the same building, so I was like, earlier in the year, she was like, you're going to have to guess where I live, and I told her, I'm going to slide a picture of buff you holding a sandwich under every door until you ask me to stop. Under every door until you tell me where you live, just so I can annoy you with more buff Jiraiya pictures. More buff pictures of herself, even though I would not consider her a particularly brawny person. Okay, I think I'm gonna mark this by correctly spacing these out. Okay, I think that's... I don't understand how... I've tried drawing hands multiple different ways, and every time it is a roll of the dice on whether or not it looks abysmal or if it actually works. There we go. Why do I feel like the... I don't know if it's because of how I've been drawing it, or if it's just that the balance is just really that getting further and further off the more I draw this. I think I know why the arms look weird now. It's just like, I made this way too big, I think. And now I only just have a few awkward ways of trying to fix it. Hmm. I'm gonna try drawing another hand off to the side and seeing if I can get that to look any better. Okay, I think that hand still looks horrible, but I think it's fixed. Just slot that nicely in, realize I made it too small in there. Absolutely everything is fine. I mean, I think, at least in talking to people, they said my previous problem was making my hands too big, and now I think I'm making the torso too small. Or at least that's what I'm now seeing now that I have actually drawn out the head. So my options are either shrink the head or figure out and increase the size of the torso without it looking weird. Yeah, I can afford to... I can fudge things a little. Alright, I think that works more. Although, I think now that I'm looking at this hand, I think this finger would look better if it was matching with the rest of the fingers and the direction that it was going. Something a bit more like that. Now for more fun things such as accessorizing. Yeah. Truck drove by and it shone light in my face while I was trying to draw. That was cruel of it. Colors look so much... I don't know how to describe the difference between how it appears on my iPad and how it appears on stream. I don't know if that's just quality issue or something different. Because I've noticed similar things, at least when I plug my iPad into another monitor. Colors don't always translate. Sorry, I was trying to shift around to get a little bit more comfortable of a position. I think instead I just end up hurting my leg. What the heck did I draw, Jack? Oh! That's a little, what's it called? Is it an monster color or something else? All I know is that it's like one of those collared shirt, bulky type things. Nah. Yes, I have 3 screens going. As my dad, he was curious to what I was doing. He saw that I have 3 separate screens on. Okay. Wait. Oh, wow, I actually did draw it that short, okay. Other hard part of this, or at least the part that I had fun figuring out how to draw, over the course of several attempts of trial and error, including on the original version of the model I was going to make, was, drawing a nice little hoodie. I love it when I accidentally undo something. It's really annoying. Like, I've not been able to find my artist gloves anywhere, so I'm just dealing with the problems as they come up. I need to go back and check if all my OCs have same face syndrome. Like, the only thing unique about each of them is the hair I give them. And even then, this one's debatable since it's 5 things. As you can see, I've mastered the art of the bangs, if you can tell by how well I've done with my model. I have no idea why the mouth is stuck open now. I'll figure it. Do I need to reset? I need to reset this. Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's volume issue. Where on earth is volume? I'll deal with that later. Forgot that's why I had certain things set up the way I did. I know what's causing the problem. Okay, that should fix it. Anyways, back to what I was originally doing, which is shoes. Or at least what I'm now doing, which is shoes. Eh. Okay, now that I'm looking at this, I feel like I made the calves way too thick, at least in comparison to everything else. Alright, and then little soles. Because every shoe needs a sole. I think this is the first character I ever did design that did not necessarily wear. Actually, no, if you look at the really old designs, it was bad. I can pull them up probably after I have line art of this done. Because, at least for me, the goal is maybe get his first line art, and then maybe, if all goes well, colors too. Right, I designed these to have the sleeves look like they're actually sewn on separately from the rest of it. Just so I can do something even. I don't know if I'd call it silly, more so just a different way of doing it. And now for the annoying part, which is something that I've been trying to learn, because I literally will never be able to get away from them, but I'm still trying to figure out how to draw glasses. Okay, I think that's that. Why is that green field so saturated? I'm gonna use this one. Never mind, that one irritates my eyes to look at. Yay, color theory. Gosh dang it. Please stop over there. Oh, I forgot I can turn this on. There, now there's a little floaty thingy so that I can have an idea of what this looks like, or at least what the sketch looks like while... I actually don't know how to say this, or at least I know in the original design I did have her in like a sweater vest, and I think that's why some elements of, I guess, that stayed in the jacket. It's just that the way I changed them was changing how that sort of sweater vest, well, the whole vest look was kind of, I guess, changed for this. Mm. I'm sorry if I'm not very talkative today. It's just... it's been a slow day. But what I can say is that I've kind of gone back into Rise of Kingdoms a little bit. Not a part of... I mean, I guess technically I am a part of a big alliance, it's just not one of the main ones, because I've almost always played a lot of free-to-play games as free-to-play, and I want to say, I think I am one of the better free-to-play players. I mean, I'm not going against Krakens and whales anytime soon, but in terms of strength, I'd like to think that I'm pretty well stacked. Granted, I think I also invest a lot of resources into PvE type stuff. I don't know what? I've just never really been interested in player versus player. And again, the only reason why I bring up player versus player in PvE, though, one of the events, Cerule Crisis, somehow I almost always get paired with a bunch of people who think that the accurate strategy for every single boss is to just throw minion after minion at it and hope that it goes down before you go down. I've had supports who do who, if they are supporting, they're probably doing things like giving the tank attack boosts, even though tanks really need healing, shields, and health boosts. Another point in time, I had released earlier this morning when I was trying to just clear the event, since I had that, since it was active and I knew there was no way I'm getting to the next tier, power tier requirements before the end of the event. One of the requirements was for there to be 2 tanks. We had 4 people playing DPS and 1 support. Well, wait, no, it wasn't like that. It was worse. We had 3 people playing support, I was tank, and I swear almost none of them were healing me. We get to the point where if they were, there was 1 person who was actually healing, and the rest were probably just playing as if they had DPS rolls on. It's just like, that's not how this game mode works. It gets to the point where I think 2 of us say, okay, we need to restart, or because clearly we need to better strategize. We have 2 people say no. The vote to restart still passes. Those 2 people who refuse, or at least I'm pretty sure it's the people who refuse to restart, they literally never come back out to rejoin the team. They just sit there doing who knows what. Some who knows where, and I just get fed up at that point, and I back out of the event and end up joining with another group. Thankfully, and then again, like, I don't think that group was much better. It's just that we barely edged out a survival and a win. It's just that I want to say I think 2 marches died and all that, and I was just, I came really close. I was playing tank again. I came really close to dying. Point being, if you're going to play any kind of DPS, don't jump into a meat grinder and expect the healer to follow after you. They can only do so much. I've played healer before. I did not enjoy it. Well, when I say I did not enjoy it whenever I get randomly matched with people who thought that the healer was supposed to blindly follow them to the abyss and they were going to magically be able to tank everything. All I know is that apparently playing healer is like playing regardless. It's your fault if you lose, and you did nothing if you win. Meanwhile, in like Cerule Crisis events, I regularly come in second because even though I'm not that powerful, I at least understand well enough what I'm doing to make sure that we all live, or at least as many of us as possible live to the end. Because unfortunately, there's only so much I can do to cure clinical stupid. By clinical stupid, I mean jumping in the middle of the meat grinder and thinking that everyone else is going to protect you. I'm not liking that. I'm going to set this to this color. Where on earth is fillet? I can barely see that, which means I can now do line art. Actually, now that I'm thinking about PvP again, I'm just remembering the first time I played Fortnite, I think I want to say 2 years. It was for a charity collaboration thing. First thing that happens is I forget that I don't understand how the gliding mechanic works, and apparently whatever game mode we were playing in doesn't have gliding, or at least I don't think it has gliding. I try to do what I normally do whenever I try to deploy a wing glider in Genshin. Guess who immediately falls and dies first in the game? Host is going around after the first match and I go, guess who died first? Meanwhile, I spent the entirety of that match just watching the other people who I was in a voice channel with just go around and look ready. And one of them, the two of them ended up teaming up, and one of them won. I think it got down to them and the host. So I'm just watching two people clown around. One of them finds an overpowered thing that ends up just getting banned for the next round. Meanwhile, I'm just laughing my head off watching all this happen. The thing is, none of us were live when that was happening. I think a few people were live. I wasn't one of them. Because I think at that point in time, Windows had done something ridiculous that had just caused OBS to stop working on my thing. It's working now. Means I might be able to do a Roblox thing with someone else later. I've not played Roblox in I think 2 years. Gosh dang it. Hiccups. I'm gonna need to do a lot of cleanup for this later because it was looking bad. See. I I forgot to draw part of the collar. Gosh dang it. Fudge. Now I'm thinking about it, didn't a little RPG called Infinite Nikki drop? I actually did play the Love Nikki Dress Up Queen game when it... I think it's still live. I haven't played it in a while, but I did, I think, get a pretty far into the story. For context, the entire thing is just like battle RPG except with fashion. And sometimes to get the highest score you can get in one particular game mode, you could literally pull together the most ridiculous looking outfit, but if you weigh everything correctly, you can literally just win, even though the outfit has absolutely no cohesion. Actually probably should try it out at some point or another. I mean, I haven't heard any reviews, and I'm just curious if it's anything like Love Nikki, Dress a Queen, or I forget what its 3D-esque mobile app successor was. All I know is that they made another Love Nikki game that is pretty much similar concept, except instead of 2D, it's 3D. And by 3D, I mean instead of 2D, it's 3D models. Because I actually did do some messing around with character design using some of the outfits and clothing options that I unlocked in Love Nikki, Dress Up Queen. I don't think I ever went anywhere with them because at that point in time I was just drawing a lot of ponies. And two, I was in high school, so I was actually working a lot more on like textile arts. I don't think I ever told anyone how I kind of got into sewing, really. But basically what happened was my freshman year, they only really know your interests, so, and then from there they have to like determine your schedule, and I don't really know who I would have needed to talk to, but because apparently you could have changed your schedule if you really did not like your classes. I didn't know this at the time. But, one of the classes I was assigned was called Textile Art. And a lot of what that was actually really embroidery. But, the end of the year thing was actually making a little quilt pillow that I actually still have and that my family uses to this day. That thing is 8 years old now. I'm surprised that thing has not fallen apart. And, I will say about that though is the one thing that I didn't particularly enjoy about that project was that we were limited to holiday colors. The only way you could get out of that is if you were a senior and you were planning on making one in your college colors or college fabric. Because I do know some colleges actually do have fabrics that you can get at Joann's. But that is how I kind of did get into sewing. I do a little embroidery from time to time. Most of what I've made lately are scrunchies, although my mom does have a little purse bag thing that I made. It's kind of just a really mid-tote. I just had a bunch of leftover fat quarters that I wanted to use before I went back, and my mom literally still goes around with the little fat quarter tote that I made. I have considered just selling some. It's just that I don't really have an easy way of just shipping them out to places other than just delivering them in person to people I already know. Like, my grandmother has bought scrunchies from me. Probably going to make some more. I use my own scrunchies when I sleep because I braid my hair, and I've actually made my own satin cap before because my hair is just like that, and I think half of why I did not enjoy my hair for the longest time was because I kept on sleeping on it, so it just felt uncomfortable quite often. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah, and if you do occasionally hear something in the background, my dad's sick and I'm also trying to help take care of him. Mm. 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 Oh, fudge, I forgot to draw the... I keep forgetting that I have this thing over here. Why did that get... When did that get erased? Gosh dang it. I'm gonna have to fix that. Now for the other hard part, which is drawing in the eyes, since I drew all the line art first. Oh, Izzy, thanks for the follow. I probably should be paying more attention. No, I end up muting because I'm dealing with limitations of just technology and the fact that I do not have many good audio sources. I left the headphones that I normally use whenever I stream in my dorm room, which means I cannot... Wait. I've been trying to adjust this on the wrong layer. Gosh dang it. Yes, I know. I simultaneously have too few and too many. Some exist only in my head, and others exist on pieces of paper, and I probably, and this is one of them that I'm actually working on. It's just that I'm just now realizing that I still do not enjoy how I designed the bangs. Yeah. Now, right now I'm dealing with the other fun problem of I accidentally drew something on the wrong layer, and now I need to go back and figure out where all the extra pieces are. Because I almost always draw, what's it called? The eyelashes, that's what they're called. I almost always draw the eyelashes on their own layer because I end up sometimes coloring line art, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know if I'm going to cell shade or if I'm going to, what's it called? I don't know if I'm going to cell shade or, actually do a render. I might just cell shade because this is more of an, like, it's a concept I haven't fully fleshed out, which is why I feel kinda on at least the posing of it all. But you didn't. Actually, no, that is a great idea for question. Why do I keep forgetting words? I blame my allergies. Gotta fix those tangents, because otherwise they're going to continue annoying me. I'm just working on No C for the sake of No C. It might end up being a portfolio piece. I haven't quite decided. It's just that with the posing and everything else, I kind of just want to have an idea for the design out on paper instead of just a really kind of messy sketch that I had crammed into one of my notebooks. Because the thing is, I end up making a lot of every time I choose to participate in any kind of roleplay type thing, I end up wanting to draw my character most of the time. It doesn't matter if it's for D&D or any other variation. I mean, if anything, I probably should start working on updating my portfolio with some of my more newer pieces. Because right now for me, this is more of an exercise than just coloring and line art. But line art is always What I will say though is that line art is my least favorite part of any piece. Largely because of just how much time I end up spending cleaning it up, and then as I color it and or shade, just realize yeah, there are a few pieces that I'm probably going to just put up somewhere. It's just going to end up getting buried in either of my blog, because while they do look technically pretty good, it's just that the overall color and design of it I just did not particularly enjoy. But I guess it also would just be a good show of I tried something, it didn't turn out well, but here was the end result. To some, it'll look amazing. To others, not so much. To me, I just wanted to try something. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe it did. Yeah. I actually kind of do enjoy a little bit of the rendering process, at least in the way I've been doing it. The way I typically start is just, I get a flat color, well, I take a flat multiply color about like half strength, and then on top, and then I go directly straight to lights. I know I have the VOD saved on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel for the last piece I did, but the way that I did that was, what I essentially did was a purple-ish multiply layer over top the entire OC, set at half strength, except I desaturated all the colors because as I learned recently, values is actually, well, I don't know if it's more recently or if it's just something I've kind of casually done, but at least when I get to the coloring stage, I have a tendency to really want to keep values clear, because at least in my mind, I find that if the values don't read well, if it doesn't read well in black and white, it's not as great as you think it would be. So almost every time I'm working with any kind of art, I do just have a black and white filter on top of everything just so I can see, does this still read clearly? Like, if I zoom all the way out, would it still read clearly? Wrong thing. But I do get the whole thing with over-detailing. I think when I started with art, I kind of went with under-detailing because I was scared of making things look too complicated, because I do know, at least with the first time I ever created, or at least the first iteration of my favorite, of what is now my favorite original character, I went way under-detailed with her design, I guess. But I want to say, like, I'm on the fourth. I want to say, yeah, it is the fourth time I've redesigned that particular character, and I'm loving her current design. This is not that character. This is a character I think I originally designed to be, like, a little sister character to her. Unfortunately, I've not really used some of my characters outside of just some role-playing games. Although I will say I've had one role-playing game just result in me absolutely despising one of my characters. Although I think that's more a case of I just could not really get into the game after, like, one thing happened, which was just forced romance. I'm sorry, I'm not really into that. Hmm. All these two. Okay, I think I'm actually at the point where I can start coloring, and this is where I do not have any colors set. But this is more how I kind of go about picking colors for at least when I don't have a particular character in mind. But I mean, I do know what color I do want to at least have as the base in mind, which is kind of like maybe a cyanish blue, somewhere between blue and cyan. But the other thing I typically end up doing is choosing a skin tone first. Well, really what I end up doing first is choosing skin color, and then realizing that I completely forgot to do something else, which is a piece of line art. Yeah. I thought it was suddenly raining outside. Turns out, no, that was just, it was just my laptop spinning up its fan. But yeah, I think that was happening right as you, followed. I was trying to fix line art, except it turns out I was trying to do it on the wrong layer. Every time that happens, especially if it's layers that I made separate for reasons such as either making stuff like a VTuber model, or because I was planning on coloring it differently, or just wanted to have the option of just changing it later. It just becomes a nightmare to untangle them, especially if there are multiple things on that layer. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes I get lucky and it's easy. Sometimes I just don't. Hmm. I'm just now realizing I started erasing not only on one layer, a group of layers that I'm not even going to keep. Because right now, can I please be on the right layer for once? There we go. Hmm?
You're still on?
Yeah, I'm coloring.
Did you get bananas?
I did not get more if that's what you wanted me to do earlier.
They was on the list.
Nah, I didn't see them. Might have been on a different list if they were, though.
Would have been in progress. It's open. Lights come on, you turn them off.
No, they've not been turning on automatically. I've had to. Well, they've been You said that they were set to come on at 7:10 a.m.
Yeah. But you beat it to the punch today.
I almost always wake up before they're on. Okay, I don't know what happened. OBS apparently disconnected, reconnected. I know Restream doesn't really have disconnect protection, but sorry for it abruptly ending. Right. I just figured I'd put that out there for a little bit of clarification on what the heck just happened. That's a 9. Please. And, okay, never mind. It read that apparently. Of course, here though, I'm just gonna be a lot more sloppy, I guess, with it. Where is saturation?
Whatever being Corpus Christi for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the wrong layer again. I wonder.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, you know what? It works. Keep disconnecting.